We got up on Monday before the sun came up, and our car ride was just beautiful. We got to see God's creation. Packed up the car the night before, so we had it all loaded, and it was just a beautiful ride. I never realized how amazing God's creation is until we drove through Malawi. It is definitely the warm heart of Africa, and just the surrounding area and the people. So this is our drive. We went just north of Mazuzu to a couple villages in the north. So throughout the drive, we got stopped several times by roadblocks and the police because you're not supposed to have blankets tied to the top. But every police that we stopped heard the word of God and allowed us to continue our trip. It took us about 8 hours with the load that we had, stopping. We had the car make a noise when we left, and we're in Lilongwe, and we thought it was an air filter, so we tied it down the Malawian way, using our resources. And then we got to Mazuzu 6 hours later. Didn't hear the noise the entire time from Lilongwe to Mazuzu. And come to find out, our lug nuts were loose on one of the tires. We had a friend of Jerry's was able to come and help us and fix it so that we could finish our journey to get to the village. But God definitely had his hand of protection over us in allowing us to get there. And Satan tried to win the fight, but God has already won the war. This is market day at one of the villages we passed through, where everyone brings their stuff to the market and tries to sell it, and everyone comes to the market that day. Some places have market day, others don't. But if you notice, just the many people here that came to the market that day just to sell things or buy things.
Chase down my heart through all of my failure and pride. On a hill you created, disappeared, where you lost your life so I could find it here. If you left the grave behind you so alive, I can see your heart and everything you've done. Every part designed in a work of art called love. If you gladly chose surrender, so will I can see your heart, feel you in the way. Every precious one, child, you got it to say. If you gave your life to love, so like you would again 100 billion times. But what measure could amount to your desire? You're the one who never leaves the one behind. God of creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time. With no point of reference, you spoke to the dark and fleshed out the wonder of life. And as you speak, 100 billion galaxies are born. In the vapor of your breath, the planets form.
So I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but Africa doesn't really have rest stops along the routes. And sometimes you gotta stop where you gotta stop. So missionary Jerry and Brittany took pictures while I was using the toilet. And yeah, you just go in the bush and pray there's no wild animals. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Years after we made it to Mizuzu, we stopped and Ian, one of Jerry's friends, is a mechanic and came and got us and helped us to figure out what was wrong with the car, and it was just some loose lug nuts he was able to fix for us. But we did a jam pack in this car, and earlier in the day I was making fun of some people riding bikes in Malawi, and as we were riding there, we had people on bikes just pass us. So God was definitely smacking me in the face with that one. So we not only got to see the sunrise on our drive, we also got to see the sunset. And sunrises and sunset in Africa, they just are beyond beautiful. So, we're driving to the north right now. And I'm not exaggerating when the camera's shaking like this. Those roads are a little bumpy. The view is nice. The roads, though, a little bumpy. So as we were driving, it felt like we were literally driving to the ends of the earth. Like the middle of nowhere, pitch black, no idea where we're going. She was taking us to the ends of the earth. So, missionary Jerry doesn't know our way around in the dark.
We are in Njuyu. We are where we need to be.
These little kids are showing us where to go, and they're sprinting.
We are where we're supposed to be.
They're outrunning the car.
We are where we're supposed to be. We just can't find the good road to get to the house.
These kids, we asked where to go, and they just took off sprinting ahead of us. They said, you take us, and we said, you can't fit. Because we are jam-packed.
Oh my word.
But then she said go, and now our car can't even keep up with these kids. Because she drives so slow on these dang roads.
We're almost there. We're almost there. We're actually here now.
We're almost there, Brittany. This is almost it.
We're here.
So it's a tradition in the village that when visitors come, they cook a chicken for them. So they cooked us and prepared for us dinner the first night. It was a whole chicken that they prepared and some sema and greens and soup that was like tomatoey. And I got the privilege of eating the chicken heart. It was actually pretty good. It tasted like chicken. It was a little bit slimy. Yet satisfying. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. So, anyone ever cooks up a chicken heart at home, let me know. It got me a little bit as I was chewing. I was like, oh, I'm eating the heart. But it was pretty good, actually. Not gonna lie. Pretty good. Our verse from our trip today is from Isaiah 49:6. And it says, I will also make you a light for the Gentiles, that my salvation may reach to the ends of the earth.